Hi, I'm Tracy from Bushtracker, and we're off on the second Bushtracker lifestyle DVD shoot. This is my wife Janelle. She's coming along on this one. We've got two other vehicles that's going to join us on this trip that should be here shortly actually. This trip we've got nothing cast in stone, because what we want to do is we want to leave it and talk to some of the locals and do our own little bits of exploring to find some nice fishing holes or swimming holes or some gem fields. We're just going to see what we can find. And they're right on time.
My name's Craig Talbot, this is my wife Lynn. We've only recently purchased our Bushtracker from Ren and Judy Hinton. We reside on the Sunshine Coast, and this is our first major outing in our recently acquired van, and we're looking forward to putting it through its paces.
Just going to see if they've got some bait in a little shop here. We're talking to some of the locals and they reckon the yellow belly's on the bite, and this is the place to get it. Here we go, this could be dinner for the next couple of nights. Not the worms, but the fish. Oh, look at these little babies. Want to try one?
Tracy, this is Bollon Creek.
Yep.
At Bollon, camping and fishing on the banks of the Bollon Creek along the town reaches. It's also a koala habitat out here.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the way we're headed. It looks like it's out off the track a little bit. That could be a good spot for camping tonight. Should probably check it out. Just off the main street in Bollon's a dirt track running along the creek. If you have a bit of a look there, there's a sign posted that points down towards a free campsite. bit over half a kilometre down the track, and here we are. Beautiful campsite, and we've got it all to ourselves, right by the water.
What do you think?
Yeah.
It's alright?
Pretty nice.
Yeah. I'm Matt and this is my wife Stacey, and we're the third couple in this DVD. We're towing a 16-foot van, one of the smaller vans, with my Discovery, and we're going to hopefully have a great time. Got a beautiful spot right by the creek. Looking forward to doing a bit of fishing, have some meal, and just relax. Let's go.
Catching any yet?
Not yet. Let's put it in.
So, how big's the yellow belly you expect can you get out of here?
About that big.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we've caught 2 on Sunday last week.
Yeah? How
Yep.
often you come just to your local water hole, fishing hole, is it?
Yep, I actually learned how to swim just up there. About once a week.
And what about the yabbies? If I've got a couple of yabby pots there, you think I'd do it right if I
Over there.
back under that tree?
Yep.
Anyway, we're going to say, we'll leave you with it. We're going to go and set up camp. Because
Rightio.
I'm busting to get down here and put a line in myself. Good on you.
Rightio.
Thanks
Okay.
for your chat.
See ya.
See ya. Just want to put a little bit of a stick on this line just to keep the sinker, to stop it from running back down on top of the hook. Put that through there like that. Nip that up tight. There we are. So we need a worm and a fish. Unfortunately, there was no luck with the fishing or the yabbies last night, but there's still plenty of places that we can try our luck.
just off the highway, a nice little billabong with some bird life is a welcome rest stop. Back on the road again. Next stop, Cunnamulla. The Cunnamulla fella, immortalised in a song by Stan Coster and Slim Dusty and unveiled in November 2005, is a worthwhile stop while you are in town.
Another little detour off the highway takes us to Lake Bindegolly. Well, what would normally be Lake Bindegolly, at the moment it's nothing more than a dry clay pan. There was that much bird life in and around here. We even had the kids come down and were fishing off the bank, and look at it after this drought, it's just turned into a clay pan. But nevertheless, it's just like seeing the country in a different light, I guess. This is just how it is sometimes. We were planning on camping the night here, but we've decided to push on and camp the night over at Thargomindah. See if we can just get a little bit further up the track. Anyway, again, we just pulled into camp. It's getting late in the afternoon, and we thought tonight we might put the awning up for the people that wonder how the Aussie Traveller cooler bale does work. Yes, it does take a little bit longer than some of the rollouts, but not very much longer at all. And Matt and I will take the opportunity and show you how it all works. It is easier with two people, but it can be done with one. But firstly, we've got to undo the clip on either end. Secondly, this angled bracket up here is a brake. We undo that. We come back into the middle of the van. We undo the centre clip, hold the frame, and also take the fabric as well. All we do is this cranked section of the arm here, we push this button in and slide that sleeve up. Lift it up overhead, drop out the legs, undo the wing bolt. Leg drops down, retighten your wing nut. This bar, we slide it a little bit to the left, to the right, in behind the poles, and it clips back into a bracket that you can't see but where the legs come from. Then it's just a matter of coming back over here. We've got our winder handle. That fits back onto the end of the tube. We tension that roof back up, lock off the handbrake, a couple of Velcro strips on the side, and that's all we need for tonight. You can put storm rafters in here if it's blowing. Tonight we don't need that. It's beautiful and still. If in the case that we did need the storm rafters, there is pockets underneath. They simply just slide in and clip on either end. And that's about all it takes to put it up. All we have to do then, if it was windy, we've got some stainless steel loops in the bottom. We drop a tent peg down in there just to make sure that it holds it down in case the wind does come up, which we may as well do. Wait, there's one more very important thing. Done. Cheers.
Place got a vastness and a beauty about it. It's just awesome. Some of the scenery is just amazing. The colours and the rocks and the soil is just incredible.
photo or video just doesn't do justice to the beauty and vastness of this land.
When you get up here, there's going to be a turn off to the left into the Kundra. From memory, it's about 20k into the pub from there, so just keep a bit of an eye out for it.
Yeah, roger that.
Just notice here the public can just put the open sign up on the pub. And I've just been doing a little bit of reading and homework on this place. This pub's actually very historical, and it's 125 years old. And I reckon if it's waited 125 years for us to get here, we deserve, or the pub deserves for us to go in there and have a beer.
Let's do it. Did that deserve break, I reckon?
Welcome to the dining room.
What better spot for a bite to eat for lunch by the creek? After that we'll head off towards the Burke and Wilis dig tree and have a look out that direction. Just come off the bitumen, hit the dirt, and like this is dirt all the way into Innamincka now. So this is really where, like I've just done, I've just let my tyre pressures down. I'm running down about 28 pound on the van. It'll just give it a much softer ride, and I'll take the opportunity while I'm here. I'll do a visual walk around, check the dust caps on the van, and I'm also going to close over my watertight door just like Stacey's done. That'll keep the dust out of that bottom vent from on the main door. The purpose of that vent is when you've got the gas on. You pulled up at camp and you've got the gas on at night for any gas leaks. But while we're travelling, I've got the gas bottles off, so we'll close that door over and we won't have any problems at all.
A famous part of Australia's history, the Burke and Wilis dig tree on the banks of Cooper's Creek is associated with explorers Robert O'Hara Burke and William John Wilis. The tree was blazed on 21st of April 1861, showing the site of the cache of food left for the starving members of the South-North Transcontinental Expedition. Back on the road again. Next stop, Innamincka and a counter meal and a cold drink at the pub.
Innamincka is a tiny settlement in northeast South Australia. It's situated on the banks of Coopers Creek in the state's Channel Country. It's surrounded by the Strzelecki, Tirari and the Sturt Stony Desert.
Look at all the t-shirts.
We'll put the sound effects in and make it sound like you got it in. Scrambled eggs are going good. All my secret recipe. Now, I'm going to run this off the inverter this morning. That's the advantage of it. Fortunate enough, I got 4 solar panels and 4 batteries. All it was a matter of doing was flicking on my inverter there, into the microwave. We're away. Now, you wouldn't want to cook a Sunday roast in one of these or anything. But just to run a microwave for about 4 or 5 minutes, normally for just reheating your or cooking your vegetables or reheating some leftovers or something. But in this case this morning, scrambled eggs for the troops all round. Finished. Fish friendly, didn't even take any home.
A refreshing stay on the banks of the Cooper, taking in some of the bird life and the natural beauty this area has to offer before we head off on the road again.
Yeah, Matt, I've just had a bit of a chat to those police officers back there. They're pretty helpful with a bit of information. There's a track up here, the Walker's track, the Walker's Crossing, and it's about 100k shorter than that run around through Cordillo Downs. Now, it was closed for about 9 months after all that big lot of rain, but they've just recently opened it up prior to the Birdsville races. He was saying a lot of traffic come through back and forwards this way. And a few water crossings and well, like billabongs and that sort of thing, and we've got to cross the Cooper up here on a causeway, and so he reckons it wasn't going to be a bad run, so probably wouldn't pay that we'll probably pay to go and have a look that way and see what it's like. I've never been down that road before, and have a look what it's like. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, sounds good, mate.
Yeah, well, those cattle still look pretty good condition considering the countryside here. I wonder what they must be. It just makes you wonder back in the early days, some of these explorers that come through this country, how on earth they ever survived. Like, there's so many little tracks running off here now. You think about back in those days, and no tracks, no maps or anything, it really just hadn't been explored. It must have been really sheer madness just to try and cross this.
You just come in here for the air conditioning, didn't you?
Right.
Is it good?
It's excellent. Another successful recipe.
Filmed the moon landing in a Hollywood studio. They brought the spaceship out and dropped it right here. This is the most desolate country I've ever seen in my life.
We've just pulled up on the Queensland border. We're just about to go into Birdsville. This evening we'll do the meatloaf in the outdoor barbecue. It also doubles as an oven, and we'll leave the barbie out, and we'll do lamb chops and tomatoes and stuff in the morning for breakfast.
Home to the famous Birdsville Hotel and the infamous Birdsville races, Birdsville is often referred to as Australia's most isolated town. The town is situated between the endless sands of the Simpson Desert and the Gibber Plains of the Sturt Stony Desert.
You're costing me more money, Mark. You know, it's another $2 gold coin donation to the RFD for you coming in here like this. But we'll be good for it. There we go.
Oh, this is good, isn't it? It's good to be here this afternoon. We've had a hell of an afternoon, and it's really good to be in Birdsville to take in all the ambience of the place and have a beer with the locals. Fascinating place. There's a lot of famous names up on the wall here, and I've waited 53 years to get to the Birdsville pub, and I'm here this afternoon and I'm fairly happy about it. It's been a great trip.
Tell us about your famous meatloaf.
The meatloaf it's not the one I normally make because we're travelling. It's normally made with half pork mince, half lamb mince, mixed up with onions and other ingredients, and in the middle of it, the bottom of the pan has a bacon layer which you upend when it's halfway cooked, and through the centre of it is chopped, what sort of pumpkin? Butternut pumpkin. That's a bad one. Get down this end, it's the camera, where they're good. And then I baste it with a special Worcester brown sugar vinegar sauce. Very special.
So what do you call it?
Meatloaf in bacon. Melts in your mouth and you think, well, that can't go too far, it can't fill up.
A hearty breakfast before a day exploring the sights in and around Birdsville.
Just about to go into the Birdsville Museum, working museum, go see what it's like, check it out. Apparently it's quite good, so let's go.
much stuff hanging around the ceilings and the walls.
I bought a swan.
What trip to Birdsville is complete without a visit to Big Red?
Park the vans up and have a running race around here. I reckon we've run out of time. It's a bit of a shame. Only be a few K, 3 or 4 Ks around there, I suppose. Maybe next time.
We're currently standing outside the artesian bore that supplies the water for Birdsville, and it comes out of the ground at 98 degrees. They pump it down through the earth to a holding tank, to a ground tank to cool it. Then they pump it to these overhead tanks, and this gives it enough head to feed the town. It's an amazing system. That water is absolutely, it's right on boiling point now when it's coming out of the ground. Incredible.
It's always a bonus for me to call in and meet some friends along the way. Here we are, we've called into a property down south of Morven. I've been here quite a number of times in other occasions, and spent many a night sitting around the campfire talking to Rob and Kelly and the rest of the family on just the way things are and living in the bush. Station out of Morven, but I've been here on a few times myself on other occasions. It's always nice to come back. Country's looking a little bit drier than I've seen it. I've seen it worse, but I've seen it a whole lot better. All this area through here at one stage though that you'll pan around later, this has all been sort of 14 inches of water, all underwater, all through here in wet times. It's a bit hard to imagine when it's so dry at the moment, but that's how it's been. I'm going to get the fire going tonight for a camp oven dinner. We've got the property owners, Robert and Kelly, and young Nick, and 3 kids, and they're all coming up for dinner. So I haven't caught up with them for a little while. So we'll get the fire going now early so that we can get the dinner on. Look at this. This is one of the spots that you can find just by chance. We've come in here last night. We've pulled up at a roadside stop and had a chat with one of the people up here that lived in the area, and he's told us about this little camping spot down here. We're only about 4 or 5 k's off the bitumen, and look at it. We've woken up here this morning. Beautiful water hole here. Girls are going in for a swim. This is just some of the places that's out here that you can just find. Beautiful. And we've got the place to ourselves. Alright, here's another little toy we've brought along with us on this trip. This is actually the first time I've used this one, but I've seen it done before. I've got made up a little 12-volt rotisserie spit. And what I've done on this occasion, before I've come, I've got a boned out piece of leg of lamb here. Just go to your local butchers that you get on well with, and they'll just bone it out for you, no trouble at all. It just makes it all nice and easy to slice up at the end of the day when it's all cooked. And a piece of rolled beef. So what better could you do on a Sunday than have your traditional Sunday roast? Start to skewer him on though. Look at this, it's going to be beautiful. Put a hole in my bacon dish. That one on there. Push him in. Tighten up this little bolt here that holds the prongs. We're ready to put it on. Now what I've done here, earlier I've taken the liberty, I've dug a little bit of a fire pit here. I've had the fire going earlier, I've got some nice coals, and there's a little bit of heat coming off that. And when this is cooked and all the fat's going to drop down into that fire, and this Should be beautiful. Put that in there, that on it like that. I might just drop that down a little bit closer to the fire. Lift that back up. Now let's get this started. Give that a couple of hours and we'll come back and have a look at it and see what it's like. In the meantime we better get some vegetables going. Another day roughing it.
Yeah. Doing it tough.
Take that over. Look at that, beautiful. We've got some baked veggies that we've done this today. We've chewed it a little bit. We've cooked the veggies in the oven, but the Swift's oven's it's really good for that. Gets the veggies nice and crispy. And it is Sunday a bit, so I guess I'm allowed to cheat a little bit. But let's see how this goes. Beautiful. Lovely medium rare.